Welcome back, everybody. Talking sports. Kip Keefer here. We are on the Triple Crown and Belmont Stakes today. Justify tries to become the 13th horse to ever achieve racing immortality and win the Triple Crown. We just ran down the field, and as I mentioned, it's just as important to come up with the right way, strategy-wise, to play a race. And this is probably an area that hopefully here on this program, we're going to be able each week, both in racing and sports, to give you some ideas on some different ways to play and different ways to approach your investments in sports and racing. So let's go to my suggested plays today and run those down and explain to you exactly what we're trying to achieve here. I think in this particular race, a lot of people are familiar with the win, place, and show concept at tracks, where you just pick one horse and you can bet them to win, and if they win, you are successful. Unfortunately, in this race, Justify is going to be such a prohibitive favorite that the payoff potential in those pools is going to be very, very small because, again, these aren't fixed odds. This is based on the betting activity of the people that are participating. So in other words, once the track takes their commission from each bet, all the rest is returned to the bettors, divided by the number of winning tickets. Justify today is going to be heavily bet. So you've got to look for a strategy to utilize him, but also to give you an opportunity to make a reasonable investment and have a nice profit. So I like the trifecta today as your primary wagering option. And the base bet in this trifecta that I'm suggesting is $1. So basically for each individual combination of three numbers, and in the trifecta you have to pick the top three in order, there's going to be a $1 charge for each of those combinations. Now, a quicker way to bet that, instead of calling out in what I'm recommending a $15 play, is to spread it out here and call it all in one bet called a wheel. And we've got Justify, as you can see, number one on top. So he's got to win the race in this bet. We've got the horses we just mentioned in the previous segment, the 4, 7, 8 picked second. And we've thrown a couple other ones in the third spot that might have a chance. So it reads 1 with 4, 7, 8 second, with 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 in the third spot. So you've got 15 different combinations at $1 a piece. That would be a $15 investment. Now, you want to hedge your bet, get a little insurance? What if one of those horses I mentioned runs the race of their life and denies Justify at the wire? You can play a 50-cent based trifecta for a saver. Use the 4, 7, 8 first, put Justify second, and then use those same horses we had above third, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. So that would mean the 4, 7, or 8, any one of those three would have to win the race. Justify would have to run second for you to win, and any of the others that we have on the third line could come in third. You want to go for the big gusto? Here's a $48 play in the Superfecta. 1, use those horses we like, the 4, 7, and 8, second and third. And go ahead and put the all horse fourth. That means you've got everybody in the field. Anybody can run fourth. The advantage to that, in the Kentucky Derby, it ran Justify, Good Magic, and Audible, three of the favorites in the race. But the fourth place finisher was a horse by the name of Instilled Regard. And that horse was such a long shot, the Superfecta paid big money. And that's the beauty of a Superfecta wager, when a long shot can get up and run fourth. So there's some suggested wagering plays for you. Once again, we're always going to try on this program to give you some different ways and different perspectives on wagering, because, again, picking the right team, picking the right horse is a big part of it, but knowing how to invest properly to hopefully maximize your chance to have a nice profit is really the name of the game. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up for this segment and give you some final thoughts and get you ready for a big day at Birmingham Greyhound Racing. We are previewing the Belmont and getting ready for another try at the Triple Crown on the sidewalks of New York, and it's going to be an exciting day. If you're not there, the place to be is the Birmingham Racecourse and Birmingham Greyhound Racing. We'll tell you all the goings-on there today when we come back on Talking Sports right after this.